Hope everyone's having a good ass day today. Let me just make sure everything is working as I intended to. It's going to be a bit of a short stream today because you know how you're supposed to wake up early for work? Yeah, I didn't do that. So I've been awake for an hour, give or take. I have had lunch, and now it is time to jump into some Arcanum. So, one thing that I did do off stream, because I got pissed off about this, was I went and recovered my blessings. So now I have all the blessings. I spent all those resources, and I also got some stuff that I had missed from previous places. And because I was doing all of that off stream, I'm level 50 now. So I can teleport. Very cool. So one thing I do want to do, do. No, I don't want you to hold on to that actually. Is it bright outside or is it just the lights? I actually don't know. I don't know why it's so bright, because it's like no brighter than normal, but for some reason the camera is just going, you know what? Spotlight. And I'm like, appreciate, dog. It's literally night there. I mean, for you it's 6 in winter, so it's like, yeah, that makes sense that it would be nighttime for you. It was dark after 5, yeah, it's like, welcome to fucking winter, Lamau. Why do these guys keep picking up bows? Like, I'm not kidding, what is your deal with fucking bows? Why do you want these? You don't use bows, you don't have ammo for the bows.
What is it?
What do you... I swear to God, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. What do you...
What is it?
Like, if they picked up stuff that they're gonna use, but nah, they just pick up random shit. Like dealing with a goddamn toddler.
What is it?
Okay. And now let's teleport. Why do I have like 9,000 bolts? That's what I'm saying! Like, why did I pick that shit up? But so, let's, yeah, I was gonna say yesterday, but it was Saturday. We discovered the home of the Dark Elf, so we'll have to go there next. But first, I want to drop by here. And go deliver this. To her, not to Fawn. Hello, I gathered that wisp essence you wanted, and she gives us Sucker Beast. Spell summons an animal which will appear in the target tile and immediately attack the caster's enemies. Ooh, summon. Summoning magic. I forgot to sell these. I need to find a container to just shove these bows into. Also forgot to sell this. These bows are so bad he doesn't want to buy them. I will take these.
What is it?
Take this so you can heal our the people in the party that can't be healed with magic. Okay. To Tsenang. Right. Can't teleport there. Interesting. And by interesting, I mean infuriating. Oh, by the way, I reacquired this because I had to download like a console thing. Yo, Prophet Oreo, how's it going, man? Appreciate the lurk. How you been? I noticed you've gone back to playing Rogue Trader. Elves. A female elf? What kind of loopy let? No, I'm kidding. They're elves. They're all female. I'm here to see Mingarad. You're aware of the procedure. Where's your amulet, Malokian? Augers. Wow, this place really does just look like an evil version of the Elven City. But so I've got this in case I need it for like anything messing up, like for anything that would require console commands being used. Pick up about the Dark Elf. Ask again and I'll show you something about them. Many thanks, dear woman. Where is it? Your village seems a bit empty. What is that information to you? Or just who are you? I'm of the Malokian Hand. I suppose I was simply curious. Then you should know what we are trying to accomplish. It'd be very difficult to achieve our goals were we to stay in our village, would it not? Besides, if the location of our village ever became known to our enemies, they would not hesitate to attack. It is best not congregate more than necessary, not only for our safety, but to assure our task is brought to completion. Thank you. Sorry. Aha.
Hello to you.
Hello, madam. Might I ask who you are?
I am Zan Alurin, warrior priestess of the Dark Elves. And who are you, stranger? You've never before seen the trees of Senang. Of that, I am certain.
One's name is really important, madam.
Oh, really? I'd have to say that I think you're very, very wrong. One's name is often a reflection of who they are, or what they are doing. To know someone's name is to wield power over them. To give someone your name is often an act of trust.
Trust must be given wisely. I'm Artie Killigan.
Honesty. You surprise me. You take a large risk in exposing yourself to me, especially considering what you are.
I've always found honesty to be the only road to the real truth.
Impressive. That is a lesson that few learn in this life, although it seems so very, very simple. Oftentimes we walk in the shadows while trying to see the light, afraid of facing it before we really understand it. But both the journey and the goal are important, and rarely can we separate the two.
I agree. And what of you? What is it you seek?
I see things. When you walked into Senang, I saw something around you. A great latticework of wood and iron, and it carried a great weight, which weighed nothing at all. These are the visions I see.
Can't have been that great if it weighed
What
nothing.
they mean, I don't always know. But I do know that you are somehow important to me.
Why? What answers are you seeking, Xanalurin?
What do you know of the Dark Elves? Do you know the differences between us and our cousins in Kintara?
I know almost nothing.
I see. Well, the Dark Elves differ from other elves in one important way. They believe that only the elves are fit to rule. That the reason for the current state of our world is due to the fact that the elves no longer guide the other races as they once did. They believe that Aranax was right when he waged war against Nasreddin so many years ago.
What is important about Aranax and Nasreddin?
Aranax and Nasreddin are elves who reputedly lived during the Age of Legends. Some elves wonder if they weren't myths themselves, stories created to lend structure to doctrine and ideology. I myself think they were real.
But why are they important? What did they believe?
Nasreddin was the leader of the Elven Council, and that council ruled all of Arcanum and passed down law to all of the races. Nasreddin believed in the natural place of all living things, and none more important than the others. If anything, he saw it his place to rule only because of his open-minded philosophy.
And Aranax?
Aranax believed that the other races were helpless, hapless beings who would destroy Arcanum if left unchecked. He and Nasreddin went to war, and Aranax was defeated, banished forever to the void. The Dark Elves believe in what Aranax stood for. They wish for the elves, and the elves only, to rule over Arcanum.
You keep saying they. Aren't you a Dark Elf, Xanalurin?
Yes, I am. I am a Dark Elf. Sometimes that is a burden. I don't know exactly what I believe anymore. I see visions, and these visions tell me that there is something very wrong with what the Dark Elves are working for. Something very wrong with all that they have done.
Why? What have they done?
I can say no more. All I can tell you is that I do not know if my place is here among them, and that somehow my answers lie with you and where you are going. But I won't lie about my loyalties. In the end, it is my own answers that I seek. When my choice is made, that is all that will matter.
Why not join me?
You would have me, knowing I can make you no promises, knowing that my own answers will always come first? And you have no idea where we are going, and I will not tell you. Not yet. Not
Will you come with
until...
me?
No, I don't think that I'm interested in traveling with someone as morally rigid as yourself. Was there anything...
Yeah, she's evil and won't travel with a good guy. Her loss. Bro, the fuck?
Hi,
Hello, who are you? What are you doing here?
me is Mog, slave here.
Slave? Is that why you have not destroyed this insulting creature?
Won't kill much. Hate elves, all these here. Very bad to us. No one can fight. Big spell, big magic, but no fight. No can fight with elves. Makes much pain. Much pain.
Someone's holding you through magic. Who?
Deval Nor, dark mage, very strong. Me hate much. Want him dead. Want crushed bones in hands. Make Maug happy, but Maug no be happy. Can do nothing.
No way to break this spell.
Yes, can stop magic. Must kill Tvalnor. Must do think Maug want to, but no can't do. Make Maug more angry.
You have to kill him, or can anyone do it?
No need be me. He just need die, then spell broke. Maug fight again. You kill Tvalnor for Maug?
Perhaps. What would you do if I did?
Maug kill all bad elf here. Crush each bone one by one. Maug have fun. Maug love tear them in pieces. Look, Thrall, they won't kill them too. This one die first. You make Tvalnor die?
I'll see what I can do.
Hoi, hoi.
Yes, what can I help you with? I think...
It is done.
An unidentified sword, eh? Oh.
I get we still like you.
I've killed your master.
You big warrior, make Mog happy.
Little buddy, never even saw it coming. Oh well. Maybe of assistance? Yeah.
When my guards informed me a foot soldier of the Malokian Hand was here to see me, I couldn't guess what you could possibly have to speak with me about.
No, it's not Laura Bailey. It sounded like it at first. I've come to talk about your banishment of the dwarves.
What concern are a bunch of inbred dwarves to you? You should be out hunting down that blimp survivor instead of wasting my time, assassin.
The BMC directly relates to our search for the blimp survivor.
I think you are searching for anything to excuse the Hand's inability to locate the survivor.
We're more effective when we are given all necessary information.
And just what do you think we are keeping from you?
There's some link between the BMC. We need to know where the BMC were banished to.
The Malokian Hand should have no concern for the whereabouts of a few measly dwarves.
We think the survivor was attempting to contact them.
That would be an impossible task for someone of his limited resources. You will learn nothing from this line of inquiry.
What do you think the dwarf told the survivor?
We cannot be sure, obviously, but we assume it has something to do with why the dwarves were banished to the void. Sadly, Stenar, the dwarf from the blimp, was one of the most skilled engineers. His loss set our timetable back a fair amount.
Why were the dwarves banished to the void?
Tell me, why are you so anxious to get information concerning the Black Mountain clan? I've already told you that they had no contact before they embarked on the blimp. Seems to me you are searching for answers that should not concern you.
Do not presume to know what interests the Malokian Hand.
Your attitude troubles me. We have dealt openly and fairly with you, and you come in here demanding needless information and insulting my intelligence.
Use my presence to trouble. I see the lust in your
You
eyes.
had best leave my presence before I gouge your eyes out,
You can't deny your true feelings.
Your death will be slow.
Yeah, no.
When my
Alright, let's try this
informed me
again.
What? I think you are searching for anything to
We're more
excuse
effective
the
when we're
Hand's
given
inability
all
to... And
the
just
information.
what do you think we are keeping? What could a possible link have to do with finding and eliminating the survivor?
We need to understand our prey's mind to predict his actions.
The only link between them would be information that the escaped dwarf passed to the survivor. We don't believe they had any knowledge of each other before they boarded the blimp.
What is the nature of the information passed between them?
We cannot be sure, obviously, but we assume it has something to do with why the dwarves were banished to the void. Sadly, Stenar, the dwarf from the blimp, was one of the most skilled engineers. His loss set our timetable back a fair amount.
Using baits in your scheme was a stroke of genius.
After all those years of trying to concoct a plausible excuse to banish a group of dwarves, that young fool stumbles in there and walks away with their cherished technology. Aranax himself couldn't have dreamed up a better scenario.
Aranax must have been furious that Stanner escaped.
What did he expect? He has them constructing a technological gate to weaken the ward so he can re-enter this realm, and he's surprised when one of them escapes through it?
Why hasn't he returned? Stanner made it through.
Stenar had absolutely no magical aptitude. He was able to slip through the smallest opening without any danger to himself. If someone of Aranax's magical power were to attempt to come through before the rift was big enough, it would be an excruciating death, to say the least.
I think I have enough information to proceed now. Good day.
What is it now?
So we know what happened with the dwarves. I know who you are. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? You wear the amulet of the Molokian hand. You show no respect to your master. I have no masters. You obviously know nothing of the hand traditions. A valiant attempt, my friend. I'd have done the same thing myself had I been in your position. But now I'd know that my ruse hadn't worked. Did you really think the hand wouldn't recognize its prey? We've been looking for you for a long time, stranger. So, you do know who I am. And who are you? I am Gideon Lair, first blade of the Molokian hand. I've sought you for a long time, and here you are, having walked into my very arms. Interesting indeed. Yes, indeed, I'm curious. Why do the Molokian hand want to kill me? Why else? We're assassins, friend. We've been contracted to kill you. Is there anything else that need be said? Why? What did I do? Well, sadly, you've done nothing at all. The original contract was for a dwarf named Stenna Rockcutter, who was posing as a gnome when he boarded the IFS Zephyr. You spoke to the dwarf and so involved yourself in his affairs. We've been hunting you ever since. Why do they want to kill him? That's not important to me. The Hand are assassins. We provide a service which we perform very well. And we are paid for that service upon completion of our contract. Nothing else is important, my friend. The Hand has no conscience or morality. We are death. That death has now come to you. So the Hand are worshippers of Aranax? Aranax? What the hell does Aranax have to do with any of this? Well, he's returning. The Dark Elves are involved. Interesting. Yes, perhaps I might have seen some things to look into. And as for you, I'm not quite sure what to do with you. You're working on for the wrong side, Gideon. Perhaps. I will not kill you today. I will see if there is any truth to what you say. If there is not, you will be dead before long. And if there is, well, you may end up dead as well. I give you today and today only. Farewell. That was cool. But so this is the home of Mingarad, yes? This is Mingarad? Yeah. Let's see about the rest of this here Dark Elf village. Place blocks the attempt to teleport.
Excuse me. I have something I need to talk with you about.
What is it?
I have to leave. There's something I need to do. Something I should have done a long time ago.
What are you talking about, Virgil?
Listen, I'm sorry things have to be this way. I stayed with you as long as I could. I tried to forget. But it burns within me. Won't leave me alone. I have to go to Caledon. If I can, I'll return to you. If not, well, I wish you the best of luck.
Just tell me. Let me help.
I'm sorry. I have no choice. I can no... Forgive me, but I must go.
Hold. I need to speak with you before you go running after your friend. What is it, Vollinger? Not here. Meet me here. There's a few things I have to tell you before we continue with this journey. And come alone. If you don't, I won't be around. You understand? Don't keep me waiting. Alright? So, let's teleport to Falcon's Acre. And I'm going to ask you to wait here. Wait. And wait.
How can I help you? What would you... I'll wait here.
Okay, so he pointed to a place in my map. Where is it? Should be close by, right? That's not that close. Hmm. Ah, you finally come. Yes, and alone. What is it, Volga? I don't exactly know what to think of you, Artie Killigan. You are nothing at all what I expected when I first met you. Nothing at all. I don't have time for reminiscing. What is it you want? Well, I just have to tell you. You see, none of this is what it seems. You've been deceived from the very beginning. You're in grave danger. Grave danger from the Malokian hand. I already know that. Yes, but you don't know everything. Someone very close to you is one of them. They've been waiting for their chance to kill you. It's a wonder you're still alive. I'm sorry. It's difficult to say. Well, you're merely a contract, Artie. Merely a contract. Can't see you any other way. Hmm. You see, if you were still wearing the gear I gave you, you probably would have made it. Because see, I gave you that gear for a reason. But bro just tossed it. Oh well, not like he had anything of particular value.
How can I help? How can I help you? It's about.
Wait an hour, recover all my fatigue. And let's go to Kintara. Let Raven know. Let her know that. Let her know what we know about Mingarad.
Ah, it's one.
Do you have a moment?
Certainly. How can I help you?
I bring information about the village of the Dark Elves.
I'm so glad you returned safely. So very relieved. Are you hurt? Perhaps you need some healing.
Your offer is generous. I'd very much like that.
Then I shall heal you. Are you ready?
Yes.
There. You say you have news.
Yeah, I bring news of the Dark Elves.
Did you
She
find the
is
village of the
horny as
Dark
hell.
Elves? Tell me what happened. That's quite an adventure. But it seems you found what you were looking for. And this Mingorad, did you find him? Did he tell you what happened to the Black Mountain clan?
Yes, she was in the village. I spoke with her.
She? And what did she have to say? You were there long enough. Obviously, you two had much to discuss.
Only what time was necessary. I had reasons to return quickly.
And that is perhaps the best compliment I've ever received. Thank you. Tell me of this Mingorad. What did she say?
We have met twice. We've probably like interacted for no longer than like 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, the fuck?
Ah, it's wonderful. Certainly. Of course. Black Mountain clan.
Kinda just skipped over the last bit.
Ah, it's certainly.
Oh, come on. Really?
Ah, certainly. I'm so glad you returned safely.
Oh, there it is.
So very relieved. Then there. Did you? That's quite an. She. And that. So. The Black Mountain clan was banished in order to help Aranex weaken the wards. He's really coming back. We elves are a magical race and
There.
wise to the ways of ruin and prophecy. But I never really thought.
Regardless, we must act. You must speak to my mother. She may be able to see what is to be done.
I will. I'll return once I have.
Hello again, traveler.
Hello, Silver Lady. I have one more question to ask you.
Yes, I knew you'd return to me. And it seems that you still walk the shore. This gladdens me.
Why?
It means that you've chosen the right path, traveler. At least, right in the way that you see things. I am happy for you.
May I ask you something?
Of course. What is the question?
What am I to do next?
Your answer lies with Nazarudin.
How is that possible?
You have your answer, traveler. We won't be speaking again.
Wait, who? Okay.
Ah, it's wonderful to see you again. Certainly.
I've spoken
How
with
can
your
I
mother
help
about Aranax.
You did? And what did she tell you?
She told me your answer lies with Nazarudin.
That's very, very odd.
Why?
Because Nazarudin has been dead for more than 2,000 years.
That seems to make things a little difficult.
Yes, it would seem so.
Nazarudin and the council, they banished Aranax.
Yes, I know. At least that's the story. As I've said, I don't know the details.
That puts me in a pinch. I'm looking for a dead man.
Yes, it is very strange. My recommendation is that we travel to Caledon. There we will find the first temple of the Panari, and perhaps some more answers.
Did you say we?
Yes, I did. This matter affects all of Arcanum and the elves more directly. Where else would I be than where I am most needed?
I wasn't questioning the decision. So you'd like to join me?
Of course. I'd love to. Then let's go face what...
How can I help?
Okay, so... let's give her... Okay, he has the hat. I was like, what the fuck? Where'd it go? Need these identified. I'm gonna give this to you, just so you can hold on to it. Actually, I mean, yeah, you can hold on to this stuff for now. Okay, so she's got dragon skin leather, elven boots, elven hunter's bow. Give her that, because it gives her a massive perception and bow skill boost. Give her all of these arrows. Give her this as well, in case she wants it, but she prefers the dragon skin leather. 38 AC, 20 damage resistance. Okay. And she's got this ring of protection. Okay. Now, with that being done, let's go here to the Wheel Clan. Give me this and this back. Neither one of these is important to me. I will take this shield, though. And I think I'll send him on his way. Yep, I think I'll send him on his way. With, I'll take the power axe from him, though. Cool. So, Sebastian, our journey together ends. Let's go recruit Thorin. Because we'll be able to tell him where the BMC is. And I think at this point is when he joins us. Laguerre.
Greetings. It's good to see you again. And again I thank you. I have assumed my rightful place as King of the Dwarves. I've made peace with my past, but have not forgotten its lessons. Tell me, have you found anything out about the fate of the Black Mountain clan?
Yes, I know what happened to them.
An interesting story. And I see that you've brought along Princess Raven. Greetings, Princess.
And greetings to you, King Logair. I didn't think you'd have recognized me. I don't believe we've ever had the pleasure of making one another's acquaintance.
No, we've never met. In truth, I've never met your mother either. As you know, relations between the elves and the dwarves have always been, well, strained at best.
Yes, our peoples are very different, King Logair. But in the name of the elves of Kintara, I apologize for any wrong done to you in our name. And I grieve for your lost people, as if they were my own.
I thank you, Princess Raven. Perhaps this might be a turning point between the Wheel Clan and the elves of Kintara. Once we have addressed this evil, of course.
What do you mean we?
This reaches much further than even I thought. The fate of Arcanum itself hangs in the balance. It seems it is again my place to make things right.
What are you saying, Logair?
I mean that your friend here is not the only dwarf in Arcanum who's willing to take part in this quest. Tell me, young brother, who are you?
Yes, your majesty. I am Magnus Shale Fist, sir, at your service, sir.
Magnus Shalefist, eh? It's a pleasure to meet you, Magnus. I don't believe I've ever heard the name of Shalefist. Which clan are you of?
What clan, you ask? Well, you see, your majesty, that's a bit complicated. I mean, I'm from one of the oldest... Oh, there's no use in lying to you. I don't know what clan I'm from. My family hasn't known for a long time.
I see. Listen, lad. A dwarf carries his clan in his heart. No time nor distance can keep you apart from them, and eventually a dwarf always comes home. Do you understand, Magnus?
Yes, your majesty. It's just that I've looked for them for so long. I want so much to be able to find them, or to know who they were. I want so much to be a part of dwarven history, to make a difference.
You already are.
You're doing that already, lad. You've done enough to make any clan proud. Arcanum is in need of heroes, and you've heeded the call. I am ready to heed that call as well.
So you're coming with us?
I'm saying that I mean to do whatever is necessary. Yes, I think you would be a fine companion. I've already made preparations. Should we leave now?
No time like the present. Let's be
Yes.
off. Okay. So
What is it you need?
yeah, he's got some chainmail on him. Hold on to that just so I can give you your axe back, my guy. We're gonna need to go drop by the weapons, the armory, and buy up some new weapons and armor. I'm fairly certain that Logair is actually
What is it you
good
need?
enough that.
What do you...
Oh, he's actually not. That's interesting. I would have assumed he'd be at of higher alignment. Can you craft? No, he's a dedicated fighter. Disappointing. What are you good at? You're good at water. Increases her beauty. can heal. Okay. Then you've got Magnus, who can make mechanical. He's a mechanical technician and a smithy technician, so he can make stuff for us. Wait, this is the dog. Of course he can't make shit. And then you got this guy who's also a healer, but he's gonna be phased out of the party soon. So with this, let's go to Toronto. Just making sure that all of this is where I want it to be. Need that as well. Hold on to that for now. She can hold on to those, and she can use them whenever she wants, because I'm gonna forget to. And then after this, we're gonna go to Caledon and see about our friend. Need to identify these things. You know, we no longer really have anybody who's interested in shooting. And I doubt this will ever be useful for anybody.
How may I help you? Then I will do my best to answer.
Show me your skills. Yeah, she doesn't have backstab. Not a single one of these guys has backstab. It's funny that Loghaire is just, like, unskilled. Like, he just has not, he's just a fighter. Which, like, fair enough. But at the same time, like, you should pick up a few more skills than just that. I say as if I have literally any skill other than playing video games in real life. Nah, that's not true. I'm really good at yapping. Holy fucking shit. Did you see her machine gun that? Goddamn, lady.
How may I?
She went through 60 arrows in an encounter against 2 bums. Goddamn. Blade of Vicious Haste. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds kind of fun. So, 37, 48, 33. $37, $45, $15, $15, but it is a bit faster.
How may I?
I'll give you these, sure. She doesn't have the strength to use that. He does not. It's not even that much faster though. Like it says it gives +4 speed. I'm at 28 speed without it. 31 speed with it. Right, because I don't have like enough magic power to get everything. Like if it was really just like super fucking fast, if it was the fastest, I think it'd be fun to use, but like as is, eh. Why take the extra damage, you know? What do you mean? You're not stuck. Get moving, lazy bum. Go, 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 go. I will say, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be running out of arrows very quickly with how fast she shoots. Yeah, might as well sell that. Definitely not selling this.
How can I help?
I forgot to check the forgot to check the shopkeep in the dwarven place for some better armor for Laguerre.
What is it you need?
I mean, we can check here. Nah, let's just go back to the Wheel Clan. Buy some weapons and armor there, because the people here love me, so they'll give me a really nice discount. Yeah. Straight down. So we go here and wait till morning. Talk to him. See? Guy really, really likes me. Shall we barter? Buy that. Doesn't sell boots.
What is it? What is it you need?
Yeah, take this back. Let's go back to Tarrant. We might be able to buy some boots off of the shopkeeper here. The blacksmith, I mean. Let us go. Let us attack. Chucks ahead of lettuce. Did I just phase through that guy? I think I did. Yes, I would like to barter with you. No boots again? You know what I also should do? I should try and see if I can get an arcane helmet for myself. Upgrade from Mystic, because Mystic is only tier 2. So basically it's a +2 and arcane is +4. So it's like probably try and see if I can get one of those. Salve of Light. Alright, well. Let's go talk to the Wise Woman Witch, and then we'll go to Kaladin. Hardship strikes again. Read all about it. No. I don't want to. Cringe. Reading is cringe. Only nerds read. Let's check the ones in here. And then we'll check the one in Ashbury. And then we'll finally head out to Kaladin. Go to Ashbury. A filament sword. This would actually not be bad for me. I'd be getting plus 50 on top of my plus 20, and since I can't crit fail, it's actually pretty good.
How may I help? Then I will do my best to answer. How may I help you? Yes. What would you like me to... How may I help you? Then I will do my best. Nasruddin. He was the... How may I help you? Then I will do...
She doesn't cast spells on command. Would have been nice if I could just ask her to, hey, can you cast that water spell on me to make people like me more? But she doesn't. What would be a good...
What is it you need?
By the way, let me see your stats. 20 strength, 18. Okay, yeah, that's pretty high. And since you're focused entirely on here, like, his stats are actually comparable to mine. Right, I can't see them directly here. But, like, his stats are comparable to mine, and I have all sorts of blessings and stuff, but then I've also, like, split some of my attentions. Constant critting. But no, because I think I already deal, like, twice the damage of that sword. I saved and I bought it. 37.48. Like, I would crit a lot, because I'd have a plus 60 to crit, to crits. Well, plus 10 crit chance and plus 50 crit effect. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I go for the filament sword? Nah, I like my my arcane greatsword. Let's head to Kaladin. Or actually, hold on. Is there a shop around here that sells magic items? I think there's one in Ashbury. Not Ashbury, Caledon. Oh, wait. Once we re-recruit Virgil, we need to go to the Half Ogre Island. Yo, dog. Yeah, I wanted to see if he had any of this. I'll buy up all his arrows for
How many?
Raven. Also, give me this. Why does nobody want to buy the power axe? Whatever. Let's see here, the enchanted panoply. Buy that up. This only gives a bonus to AC. This already beats that out, and then on top of it gives me
How may I help?
extra... Gives me extra damage reduction. Nobody has the stuff I want. Bro said cross country. It's weird because, like, I'm pretty sure I talked to the detective already. Oh well. We need to find our boy Virgin. So I guess we're heading to the Panari Temple. Oh, it's you. You finally come. The plane crash survivor. I saw your picture in Tarantian. I'm Alexander, first acolyte of the temple. It's a great pleasure to meet you. What are you talking about? Do you have any idea what that means? It's you. You're the living one. It's a miracle. Let's not blow this out of proportions. Out of proportion. This is an astronomical event. The return of Nasruddin, the final battle. The end of all we know and a new beginning. The most amazing. Fine, I'm the living one. Do as I say and shut up. Of course, of course. Forgive my excitement, Exalted One. We have waited for you for a long time. Keep that between us. Of course, but you must listen to me. We were warned by the High Priest to expect your arrival, and he told us to scorn you as an impostor. For some reason, he refused to believe. The whole thing is a bit odd. There are times when all of us find it difficult to follow the path chosen for us. In the end, does it really matter if you were or you weren't? You seem intent on discovering what has happened, and already you and Aranax have crossed paths. If you thwart his plan, you will have played the role of the living one. Is there any difference in the end? Suppose not. Just wish people would stop trying to kill me. Well, I'm not worried. You've come this far, regardless of what you think. I feel that fate has chosen a worthy champion. Now, how can I be of further assistance? What can I expect of people around here? You should be very careful about who you reveal yourself to. If you speak with Hadrian, the archaeologist, you may not want to tell him. He's a great man of faith, but he is old. Belief in you will come slowly. Gunther Wilhelm is a brilliant man and open to new ideas. I believe he'll accept you immediately. I'll remember that. A few more questions? So I'm guessing this is unlocked for me now? The statue, what can you tell me of it? The statue of Saint Mannix, one of the early founders of the church. What importance is he? Saint Mannix was a very, very holy man. There are many miracles attributed to him, and most of them are well documented. There's a talisman associated with him at the offices of the archaeology if you're interested in that sort of thing. Wait, what do you mean his ascension? Well, legend tells that Saint Mannix was visited by the spirit of Nazardin himself, and that Nazardin found him so holy that he took his body directly from this plane of existence to the next. This has only ever happened once in all of our history, and so we remember him. Did anyone actually see it happen? Well, there are signed confessions from two of the high-ranking church elves at the time. They both describe the ascension of St. Mannix in beautiful detail. You can speak with Gunther Wilhelm further about this if you'd like. He's the church historian, as well as the most learned of us in the teaching of prophecies of the Archaon. Might do that. This is locked, I can't go through. But wait, so where is he? Is he here? This was the grave he went to. Lawrence Brummond. Hear anything on your watch? Have you met Anne Maxwell? Rather shitty character. The werewolf? Oh, yeah, I've already dealt with that. Heartbreaking stuff. Where? Oh, where? I have some questions about a passport you made. Does the name Preston Radcliffe jog your memory? As I've said, I do not know what you're talking about. I would appreciate it if you leave. Do not force me to use violence, sir. Who is this man anyhow? You're not the only person who's been asking for him. Who else? A couple of thugs came by right after the Zephyr left Caledon. Wanted information about him. When I refused to talk, they decided I needed a little encouragement. I did not know who they were. What'd you tell them? Told them that I had made a passport, that he had chosen Preston Radcliffe as his name, a gnome from Tarrant. Also informed them that they were too late. He had just departed on the Zephyr, and there was nothing they could do about it. So I thought, what do they do? They were insistent that I give them information on how to get to the Zephyr. I laughed bitterly, told them they were out of their minds. Crazy old Maxim had built the Zephyr in his factory outside of town. It was a one-of-a-kind beast. He told them where the factory was. Thought nothing of it. Never knew where Maxim's factory was. It was that very night that it was burned to the ground. That's all I know. Thank you. You've been most helpful. Where is Virgil? Advisory Board Chairman. You're not supposed to be here. Please leave the throne room immediately. I do have to give this necklace to a prince or something. Maybe up here? Whoa, why am I being attacked? Like the doors were not locked. If I'm not supposed to be in here, maybe lock the doors. Turn the lights down low, you know? Maybe lock them doors and turn them lights down low. Instead of just fucking attacking me when I come inside. The fuck? A star sapphire. I'm gonna take that. That looks important. Don't need those. Ooh. Sketchy. Okay. Yeah. I kind of figured that was gonna happen. But at the same time, it's like, the fuck, you know? Where is Virgil? Where did he go? I'm gonna look this up. Because, like, he didn't tell me where he is going. He just said Caledon, right? He just said Caledon. He'll leave the party. Okay. So he's gonna be dead in the sobbing onion. So let's make sure we can revive him. Let's have this conversation again. Let's just get all these rumors. White Church murders. Newcastle defenses. I hear the king is keeping Daniel Macpherson very busy, ensuring everything's in tip-top shape. Adam Maxwell, shady character. Thieves Underground is quite an operation here in Caledon. White Church murders. Selfish Dandy. First Panari Temple. Okay, all the rumors done. Oh, I was like, what? Chest.
How may I help you?
Said he was supposed to be here. Is there another tavern? No, there isn't. You should be at the Sobbing Onion. In the basement of the Sobbing Onion. This is not the Sobbing Onion. This is the Sobbing Onion. Let's go to the basement of the Sobbing Onion then.
never seen such a skillful blow.
Hey, Virgil.
Greetings, my friend. It seems... well, it seems we both have come a long way. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back.
What happened here?
These men. They were the men who killed my brother, Lawrence. I had come here tonight to confront my past, once and for all. I knew that it would most certainly lead to my own death, but I just couldn't run from it any longer.
Tell me the story, Virgil.
Yes, it no longer holds any power over me. Before I met you, before I met Joaquin, I was very different. I was a criminal, really. An evil man. There's no other way to say it, and I don't mind admitting it to you now. I lived my life like a dead man. Well, at least in the sense that I used to view such things. I cared very little for anything at all. I lived only from moment to moment. No sense of right or wrong. I stole or lied or even killed with no thought for morality or consequence. And the men I associated with were the same way. Such lives feed upon themselves. My family moved to Caledon when I was younger. Lawrence and I were close in our early years, but the life I chose to lead as I grew older was repulsive to him, and we finally had a falling out. At the time, I didn't care. The dead have no family, and remember not their pasts. This place is a place for the walking dead, a place where men gather to feed their darker sides. I knew it well, too well. I spent a lot of time here, time and money. I also gambled with men who make a living doing so, and one night, I lost more money than I had. I was threatened physically when I couldn't pay, but what is pain to dead men? I laughed and bled and spat on them. It was only then that they threatened to kill my brother if I didn't pay. Of course, I thought it was only a threat, and really, in the end, I didn't feel anything about the matter. I'd left all that behind me, or at least that's what I thought. I can't tell you the pain which tore open my very soul when I found Lawrence.
I'm gonna close my window.
Broken. Life gone out of him. I cursed myself and the gods and everything else I had forsaken, and I ran. I ran so far and so fast that I don't remember anything until I woke up on the doorstep of the Panari Temple, where Joaquin took me in.
Yes. And doesn't that seem like so very long ago, Virgil?
Who are you?
I am Elder Joaquin.
Joaquin?
Yes, it is I. I must apologize. I have been so busy trying to find out who is trying to kill you and why, that I neglected to consider the fact that you might need my help in other matters. But you are alive, and so I rejoice.
How'd you know where to find us?
I'd heard that Virgil was back in Caledon, alone. I feared the worst, as I knew a little more about his past than you did. I've been searching for him for the past week, and only now did I find him. You've changed much, young Virgil.
Yes, Joaquin, and I have seen much, but I still remember the lessons you taught me. They have brought me through all of this, even through death itself.
You didn't die. I geared you up way too hard.
Well, since I left Stillwater, I've been trying to find out if the prophecies say any more about what it is you're supposed to be doing. Unless I've missed something, Aronnax hasn't yet returned. Ah, that is quite a tale. You've done very well, and I think your journey is approaching the end.
I hope so. You coming with us?
No, I think that you are in capable hands. I am no longer needed here, but I'm sure I can find something to keep me busy. Good luck. May the spirit of Nasruddin be with you and guide your path. Farewell.
Farewell to you. Virgil, you were saying?
I was just saying that I came here tonight to face my past, and to avenge my brother whom I betrayed. These men were the men who killed him. I knew that I wouldn't survive, but the weight of his death, and my cowardice, were too much to bear any longer. And here you found me.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Will you join us again?
Yes, of course I will journey with you, as your protector and as your friend. As if I've got a bloody choice. Aren't we all just pawns of prophecy? And something else. I'm not sure, but I think that something has happened to me as a result of all this. I may be... Yes, what is it that you want of me? What can I answer for?
Better equipped in what way? He still has the same skills. Probably because he didn't die.
What is it that you...
I'm gonna give this to Magnus because I don't want to lug it around. Alright, Mr. Perriman Smythe, why are you blue? Go away. Well, I say, this is rather unexpected. Can't say I'm glad to see you go, friend. Rather enjoying our time together. Who knows? Perhaps our paths shall cross again. Good day to you. I feel like we've got all the story relevant
What is it that you want?
NPCs in our party right now, and I feel like that's how it should go. No, I'd rather you use the bow. I'd rather she have the extra speed. I still don't understand why they don't just do a DPS calculation. But whatever.
What is it you need?
Need you out of the way so I can loot these dudes. Oh, there's a scroll of resurrect right here. Huh. So maybe we can sell the stuff here to this guy.
How may I help you?
Here you go. Okay. These rings of protection are pretty strong. So now I need to get rid of these items. Just sell them. And I'll actually dump these here. They're not actually worth anything. Nobody wants to buy them. Damn it, I want to go here. There you go. Okay, I am still over encumbered because of this one.
What is it?
I could give it to him. Sure. Trust that he'll use it when the time comes. If not, I'll just take it off him, activate it, and then give it back to him. Seems like a good way to use it. There you go. Got all this. Alright, so let's go to the Half Ogre Island. And let's investigate. Okay, give me a second. Hello, I am the game. Okay, give me a second. It is fucking cold though. Is there really nothing to discover? Is there not like a specific location here? Okay. Well, I need to go to the bathroom first, so I'm gonna do that, and then you'll get your shirt off moment. I'm just gonna do a. Where's my mouse? There you go. I'm gonna play some ads. I'll be back, and when I am back, you'll get your shirt off. But I do need to pee, so BRB. Accidentally fucking damn near flooded my bathroom because I overfilled my water bottle. So, as promised, Jesus fucking Christ, my chair is so fucking cold. I should not have done this. I should not have added this thing. God damn it. Alright, you get 10 minutes of that. Where the fuck? Let's go back here. Maybe there's something around here that I missed. You're not on the game, by the way. My bad. It's the cold. It's affecting my brain. Whoa. What the hell? Does it unlock a safe here? Potion of paralysis. This place is abandoned. Wait, did he throw down the spider? I guess not. Guess let's go back to Kaladin. Kinda figured there'd be a fight. So basically, there was a conspiracy where gnomes were growing half-ogres for use as bodyguards and soldiers. And I'm glad you're here. You were working with Tyron, were you not? Who are you? Where's Tyron? I do not know. I was meant to meet him here. We were to exchange information. I don't believe you. What have you done with him? I could be asking you the same thing, barging into his house uninvited. I've been a colleague of his for quite some time, and he never mentioned you. But I do know who you are, and what you have recently acquired, something that could be damning to certain parties. Yes? No, what makes you think that I have? I see that you are wary. That is smart, as the trail we are following is a dangerous one. Very well, I'll share with you the information I've gathered, and you can decide for yourself whether to believe me or not. I'm not certain how much of it I believe myself, but this is what I have found. I'm listening. About 55 years ago, a group of gnomes from various parts of Arcanum began to acquire large amounts of money from investments in the new technology. As their wealth and perceived influence began to grow, age-old prejudices began to surface. Gnomes were thought to be miserly thieves. The other races did not trust them to gain power. Go on. There were thefts, beatings, and threats. Mysterious letters in the night, warning the little gnomes to keep to their place. The gnomes tried human bodyguards to no avail. Any human that would be a bodyguard to a gnome at that time was, by definition, an untrustworthy, shiftless sort. At first, they tried unsuccessfully to breed elves and orcs into some bestial magic hybrid to their bidding. Anyway, your rook, you just killed Elganad and murdered the last person that kept the veil intact. Soul Skulls, you fell into my trap all along, but this time you know you did. You recruited the help of all fragments of Mythal and somehow convinced him to tie his life as to the veil, and watch as he walks in to right the wrongs he's done. He fades. Okay. You realize you just gave a dead man switch to the elven god of lies and deceit. True. Yes. He kills himself immediately. That would be funny. That would be very funny. I definitely thought it was really weird that it was like Solus is untrustworthy throughout the entire game. Cheats, lies, deceives, betrays, does all this stuff, right? Hey man, you're trustworthy. Have the fucking thing. No, bitch. But I also do think that he can't kill himself in the Fade or something along those lines. The Siamese twins. Exactly. But you know all about what happened with them now, don't you? It was a foolhardy idea to begin with. At any rate, orcs have a natural dislike for gnomes, and the gnomes needed something much more docile. Next obvious choice seemed to be half-ogres. Tired of being hunted, and the promise of large amounts of food gained the gnomes extremely loyal bodyguards. But there was a problem. A half-ogre was a very rare thing in those days, and with good scientific reasons for being so, and the gnomes without bodyguards were used as leverage against those protected. The greatest concentration of these gnomes were in Tarant, which was still a monarchy at the time. They pleaded with the king for his help, but the last thing the king wanted was a group of rich banker gnomes with power in his kingdom. The beatings continued, and the king and his court turned a blind eye to their plight. That was when, well, let's call him Mr. X, decided to act. Mr. X. Yes, he hired a prostitute to go home with him one evening, and he locked her in his basement, where he also happened to be keeping a full-blooded ogre. You can imagine what happened then. She died giving birth, as was to be expected, but Mr. X now had his future bodyguard. He recruited some other gnomes, and the kidnappings began in earnest. For safety's sake, they set up a breeding laboratory on the island you visited. Their plan wasn't working out as well as they had hoped, as the women all died giving birth, and the more prostitutes disappeared, the more the authorities were looking into their affairs. They decided to try surgical means of delivery, but the women were too sickly to survive that. This is when the king's hirelings discovered what was happening. Unfortunately for the king, though, the gnomes had become incredibly rich in this time, rich enough, in fact, to purchase the king's murder and the kidnapping of the queen and her young son. Rumors began circulating immediately, pointing to the queen as the killer of her husband. The queen was brought to the island, wasn't she? Yes, she was the patient in the first successful operation. She mothered 3 before she passed, I believe. Soon after the Industrial Council gained power in Tarant, the disappearances of prostitutes began to slow down, but a mysterious rash of disappearances of the wives and daughters of the political enemies of the council began. That's horrible. They only lasted a short while, however, as they had now bred enough half-ogre females to no longer need to rely on human breeders. They have hundreds of them now, kept in cages on a breeding farm somewhere. They keep this whole thing in a cloud of mystery by releasing half-truths, lies, and even real information through unstable individuals like Tyron. So no one believes any of it. Exactly. Everyone believes it to be the imaginings of madmen and paranoids. Is this all true? It's a good question. We must not be too anxious to believe it because we want it to be true, or too anxious to disbelieve it because we want it to be false. We must remain neutral in our decision as to whether it is true or not. It's absurd. It is either true or it isn't. Then none of it is true. Well, maybe some of it. I'll bring proof to the press. I'll expose this whole thing. What do you have? Nothing. You have a journal. Really? They finally figured out how to get this shit going again, huh? Fucking hell. That was left for you to find on purpose, which could have been written last week. What have you seen? Why, I believe you saw an abandoned warehouse, nothing more, save what your twisted imagination made it out to be. I've heard enough. I will now vent my frustration by killing you. No. Why are you doing this? We always need more converts to spread the word. You might have had real information, but now you don't know anything. What have I told you that is real? Feel free to tell anyone everything I have told you. I'm sure the press would love to hear your story. Perhaps. Good day to you, sir. It has been a pleasure. Good day to you. Yeah, that's a well-written conspiracy, actually. But here's the problem with this, right? If this came out today, I just know there'd be some people going, oh, so the gnomes are Jewish? It's like, no, the gnomes are gnomes. I've had some conspiracy you may be interested in. What do you mean conspiracy? Is this some kind of jest? Industrial Cat's been illegally breeding half-ogres. Let's say I was interested in this story. I'd need proof. It's all right here. By the gods, this is astounding. I can make my reputation with a story like this. If you leave this with me, I'll print it in its entirety. It'll be the story of the century. Here it is. I cannot believe this. This is what I've been waiting for. I'll write this up now to get it in tomorrow's paper. Let me guess, this guy was in on it too. How's the story shaping up? Still working on it. Should be in paper by tomorrow, as I said. We'll wait a day. How's the story shaping up? Still working on it. Should be in the papers by tomorrow, as I said. I mean, it's been a day. Alright, shirt going back on. Maybe I need to wait outside. Give me a second. Warm again. For some reason that quest is bugged. Aha! It's changed now. Pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Who are you? Where's Sam Longwell? Who? My name's James Leggett. I work here. I'm afraid I don't know any Sam Longwell. He was working here. I spoke to him. He said he was a reporter. I'm the only reporter who works out of this office. Local Caledonian reporter for the Tarantian. For what, 20 years now? Wait a moment. When did you say you spoke to this fellow? What is going on here? Here, I was sent on a wild goose chase that day, tracking down a mysterious anonymous tip that was wired here. Someone's playing us for fools, boy. So the guy I told my story to wasn't a reporter? As I said, I'm the only reporter that works out of this office. What's your story? Perhaps I'd be interested in it myself. Well, I've heard some outlandish tales in my day, but that is just about the wildest. It's true, I tell you. I'm sure it is. I need to get back to work now, if you'll excuse me. Bastards. Well, at least they paid me. Well. Nothing will come of this. But I know the truth, and I am an impressive enough individual that I could probably do something about it if I felt like it. Anyway. Let's go to the Panari Temple. We've had this conversation. What can you tell me about the Panari Church? What do you believe in? The Panari beliefs are centered around the life and teachings of Nasruddin. What can you tell me about Nasruddin? Who was he? Very powerful mage. What happened? Who was Aranax? Where is he now? You say he was banished. What does that mean? Ooh, a bunch of other things were banished as well. Tell me of the Bane of... Oh, Krakatur was banished as well. Tell me of the Bane of Kree. Bane of Kree was a nomad warrior who was able to gather together nearly all the ancient nomadic tribes and create a vicious army out of them. When his army descended on the city of Kree, he mercilessly killed every man, woman, and child that lived there. Nasruddin was forced to confront him and banish him single-handedly. Tell me of Kurgan. Hagen was the very first mage to ever delve into the darker side of necromancy. The Elven Council, when they found out what he was doing, demanded that he cease his studies. He refused, and they banished him. Tell me of Krakatoa. Was a conniving, twisted monster, half man and half dragon, who terrorized cities and villages, killing their inhabitants and burning them to the ground. With the strength of a dragon, but the dark heart of the basest of man, he was evil beyond comparison. Ooh. After a colossal battle, he was subdued and banished. In the struggle, he lost an eye, which is on display in the Offices of Archaeology, if you're interested. Tell me of Gorgoth. Gorgoth was a mindless beast with an insatiable appetite. He cut a swath of destruction from one end of Arcanum to the other, laying waste to everything in his desperate hunt for food. He was finally captured by the Council after a struggle which lasted for days, and with no other alternative, it was decided that he be banished from Arcanum. Okay. More questions about the Panari. Okay, I guess they've answered everything. Who else could I speak to? Where might I find Alexander? I'll look into it. I will open the doors. Okay, there you go. Open doors. Eye of Krakatoa. Strange glass device. Finger of Manax. Hello, who might you be? Call me Hadrian, acolyte of the Panari and local expert on church archaeology. How might I help you? Greetings, I'm Arthur Killigan. Might I speak with you a moment? Let's talk about your work. Okay. Which would you like to know about? What is that, a skeleton's finger? Yes, that is the finger of St. Manax. Who was St. Manax? St. Manax was one of the elders of the Panari Church. Wait, I need to do my gnome voice for this. St. Manax was one of the elders of the Panari Church, a very, very holy man. He was the only man in the history of our church who was ascended by Nazareth. That means his body was taken directly from this life to the next. And his finger, why is that there? Well, legend tells of a time when St. Manax had been captured by barbarians. They were plundering the surrounding countryside and were holding Manax for ransom. He told his people to refuse, so the barbarians threatened to cut off one of his fingers if he didn't comply. Manax calmly picked up a knife, told them where there would be no ransom, and cut it off himself. Sounds like a hard man. Yes. He was when he needed to be. Is there anything else you'd like to know about? Yeah, tell me about the other stuff. What is the glass device? We don't have any idea what that is. Sure is pretty though, eh? I guess. What is this black gem? That is the Eye of Krakatoa. Really? It's a beautiful stone. Fucking shit, dude. No, I mean it's really the Eye of Krakatoa. When the council was banishing him, he put up quite a struggle. Somehow the monster's eye got put out, and someone found it as they were cleaning up. Dreadful creature Krakatoa was. If you ask Alexander about who's been banished over the years, he'll tell you the story. About those objects, are they for sale? No, these are priceless church. I couldn't part with them for worldly riches.
What is it you need?
What do you know of the remains of Nazareth? Remains of Nazareth? What would you like to know about them? Where are they? Well, they're housed in the old catacombs beneath the temple. The first acolyte, Alexander, can direct you there if you have problems finding them. Have you seen them? No, and I'd do anything to see those old bones of his. There's so many questions I could answer if I could only have a look at them. When he died, how he died. I want to know if his skeletal structure is the same as common elves, or if his prolonged use of powerful magic changed him somehow. So many questions, and I've never been able to answer them. Why, Hadrian? You're the church archaeologist. Surely you... Yes, you'd think so, wouldn't you, young man? I mean, when the elders need someone to dig in the dank caverns of the Bengalian deeps, who do they call upon? Or if some poor fool comes across a tomb sealed with a Gorgothian blood curse, ring the bell for old Hadrian. Why won't they let you see the remains? I have no idea. They speak of desecration and sacrilege, but the man is dead. D-E-A-D. I respect and cherish Narasurdin. It's what he taught us more than anyone else, but I hardly think he'd be upset if I chipped a piece of bone from his earthly shell. I myself would love to take a look at them. Really? Are you a fellow archaeologist, sir? No, but it's a long story. A living one? You? I think this is a very poor taste. Do you have any idea what it is you're proposing? Yes, I know it's hard to believe, but... You know, we were told to watch out for someone like you. The High Priest said that there would be an imposter. You're lucky I don't have you thrown in chains right here. Wait, this is important. I need your help. Look, please just leave. I couldn't help you see the remains in any case. Wait. Yes? Listen. I don't know what you
what to think anymore. I'm an old man and very set in my beliefs. It's much easier for me to think you a charlatan than to face the alternative.
I understand, and I'm sorry. If the remains are what you seek, you may want to wander around the local sewers. You never know what you'll find down there. Perhaps you could bring whatever it is you come across. Perhaps you could bring it back to me, for me to look at. I'll look around. If I find anything, I'll bring it back. Greetings, who are you? The thin man in front of you is very properly dressed. Instead of robes, he wears a finely made suit. A pair of thin gold spectacles lie across his nose. His features are delicate, but his eyes belie a strength of body and character, as well as harboring a fierce intelligence. He regards you intensely. You might. I'm Wilhelm. Gunther Wilhelm. Pleasure, sir. What exactly do you do here? I'm the church historian. I have a variety of responsibilities here, from translations to document restorations, as well as authentication of any literary finds. If it's written, then it has to do with Panari. It's my job to know about it. Does that answer your question? Yes, very well. Might I ask you a few questions? What is it you'd like to know? Tell me of some of your work. What about my work are you interested in? What are you currently working on? Currently I'm doing some research on older translations of the Arcanum. I found some interesting discrepancies that I'm looking into. What do you mean? There are a few differences in some of the passages that I found on this earlier copy. I'll give you an example. The Arcanum you read today refers to our order as the Panari. The word Panari in the Old Tongue means light servant or follower. But in this older copy I'm studying, we are referred to as the Panrenes, which means defenders of the gate. Very odd. Interesting. Anything else? Few minor things. I'm still working on translations. Perhaps it's something we can speak of later. Of course. Statue in the courtyard, who's that? That's Manax. Was he made a saint? Was the only person reputedly to have ascended. That is, the spirit of Nasruddin appeared and took his body directly from this plane of existence to the next. You said reputedly. Do you not believe? There is no doubt in my mind that Manax was a very holy man. My belief in an inconclusive set of circumstances does not invalidate that fact, regardless of how that might reflect on my own faith. Any eyewitnesses? There were 2 eyewitnesses to the ascension, 2 elves of one. 2 elves of one was an elf, Randar, and the other was... what was his name? Kanhua, I believe. Their accounts of the incident were almost exactly the same, and both were beautifully written. Do you believe in the Ascension? What else do you know about him? Sorry. I wanted to mute, but I couldn't in time. Almost all of the records concerning the life of the great saint have been lost over the years. Very little is known about him, or what he did, before he was taken. Of course, there are usual, insubstantial accounts of miracles. And of course, there's Alexander. What does Alexander have to do with him? You haven't heard. He almost never speaks of it. The man has enough humility for all of us. Alexander is a direct descendant of Manax. His family has held the position of first acolyte for the last 1500 years. I didn't know that. That's quite a legacy. Yes, it is. There's no better man to bear it. Alexander is a saint in his own right. There are few men I respect, my friend. Alexander is a noble soul. Do you know anything about him? No. Tell me of him. Alexander hasn't always been with us here at the temple. You see, the first acolyte's role in any Panari temple is a spiritual leader and warlord. Symbolically, he is to assume these roles just as Nasruddin did so many years ago. Most acolytes go into this very lightly. They might entreat the local constabulary to train them in basic combat techniques. Not so Alexander. What'd he do? God fucking damn it. Alexander left us for 10 years and studied with some of the most feared and respected masters in several of the combat disciplines. For his pilgrimage, he traveled to the Vendigroth Wastes and lived there, alone, until he thought himself ready to assume his post. If you know nothing of the Wastes, know this. There's no more terrible place in Arcanum. So he's a skilled warrior? There's not a more dangerous man in all Caledon, and he's very well versed in 2 or 3 of the magic colleges, as well as are all of us who are Panari elders. The temple hasn't been in safer hands since it was in those of the great saint himself. Answer more questions about your work. I had some questions about the remains of Nasruddin. What would you like to know about them? What do you know about them? Me? I know very little about them, save for the documents we have associated with their discovery and the few research documents about the sarcophagus itself. Hadrian, the archaeologist, would have more information about specifics. Do you think they're authentic? To tell you the truth, I really don't know. I've done a lot of research into the engravings of sarcophagus. Everything seems to be in order. It just seems to me that it's all very convenient. I mean, who buried him? We have no records of that. There's no doubt that an elf of his stature would have been given an elaborate burial, but who did it? We don't know. Do church records say who discovered them? Yes, let me see. Oh, here we are. The elf's name was Kanhua. Wasn't the person who witnessed the ascension named Kanhua? Why, yes. It's at least the same name. Let me look at the years. Discovery of the remains happened within a few years of the ascension of St. Mannix. I never realized that. But you're correct. That very well might have been the same person. It's a lot convenient. You're very curious about this whole affair. What is your real interest in this? It's a long tale. Let me see. You're telling me that you are the sole survivor of the IFS Zephyr plane crash. Yes. I was wondering when you were going to tell me. I've been looking for you for a long time, you know. The rumors abound, and we'd heard you might come calling. I'm so very glad you've decided to put your trust in me. Thank you, Gunther. I really need to see those remains. Listen, my friend, not everyone here is sympathetic to your cause. Hadrian the archaeologist is the one who you need to speak with, but be very careful. He's an old and loyal friend, but belief in you will come slowly for him. He will be the best source of information regarding the remains and how you might see them, but tread lightly. Subterfuge might be necessary. Yeah, I told him the truth, and he said he wouldn't help me, but that he also wanted me to succeed, so, you know, that's just how it is. No, thank you, my friend. Return here when you've seen the remains and tell me what you find. I may be able to help you once you know what it is you're looking for. I will. Unlock chest. Leave the master's door alone, lest you wish to be chastised severely. And that's towards the catacombs. Alright, so I guess we are going in through the sewers, as Hadrian suggested. But first, let's talk to Alexander. Hello, Alexander. Do you have a time? I've been uncovering some strange things, Alexander. Gunther's discovered something about the name of the Panari. That is strange, my friend, but it seems a fairly trivial thing. There are small differences in almost every translation. This was probably just an honest mistake. Was there anything else? A few more strange things. Tell me what Gunther told you about Kanhua. That is an interesting fact. Something amiss here. Was there anything else? None for now.
Wait! Do you see that man? The one at the front of the temple?
Yes, who's that?
That's Alexander, first acolyte of the Panari Church. I never thought I'd actually lay eyes on him.
What about him?
The man's a living legend. Joachim used to tell me stories about him. Not a nobler soul in all of Arcanum, it said. And he's a skilled warrior as well. Not the sort you want to tangle with.
Like, I don't know about you, but every time somebody says, oh, he's really good, I always go, ooh, I want to fight him. Like, not necessarily to the death, just like friendly confrontation. Just because I like that shit. I like fighting. I like finding strong enemies. Goku coded. Bro, these skeletons were piecing me the fuck up with just nothing but hands. Just a piece of shit. Yeah.
That's the way to show those bastards.
Jesus Christ, she shoots so fast. She's gonna run out of ammo fast as fuck too. Like, holy fuck, she's gonna run out of ammo. This door looks to be carved from a single block of stone. Let us knock no more times than 3 if ye have not the key. I've been in here once before to get a bone dagger. Damn, got knocked on my ass. Yeah.
Awed by your abilities. Let the blood flow.
Laguerre got a little excited there, huh? So that's the passage to the sewers. I guess we have to knock no more times than 3. Once you've knocked, you have 2 more. A word is the key that opens the door. Twice you have knocked. You've 1 knock left. Without the key, that one is death.
Awed by your abilities. Let the blood flow.
Also, I should, you know, max out my defensive stats.
How may I help you?
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer? Caledon! This is true. What can I answer?
I'll try asking Hadrian about it. Are there scriptures that you study? Where might I see a copy? There's one outside. What is the essence? An odd believer in elven philosophy. What might be considered evil? Most basic term might be described as something which disallows the progression of the natural order. Oh. Not many Outlanders can speak of these things. Tell me, my friend, what do you see as the major difference between the two? The dwarven world is internal, elves live outside themselves. You've shown a wisdom here which belies your age, my friend. You've taught me something today I didn't know. For that I'm in your debt. Glad to have been of service, Nazredin. About Nazredin, what of the teachings? Didn't even realize I was doing something neat there. Neat. How's the church started? Right after the death of Nasruddin. What is... maybe in the Archaon it says. Krakatur, Bane of Kree, Kurgan the Terrible. Land was peaceful until the coming of Aranax. I do not know.
How may I?
What it could be. So yeah, my defense doesn't budge at all. Yeah. Doesn't budge at all.
What is it that you want?
How may I?
How can I help?
What is the word? Is the bird the word?
It is done.
Okay, that solves the problem.
How can I help you?
For some reason, they don't like using Harrow. So I'd rather him not like constantly try to pick up random weapons and switch to them. Rather not have to worry about him. Wait, we're back in the sewers. Interesting. So I guess is this the way forward? No, this is gonna lead me back up. No, it didn't. Skeleton dressed in ragged robes. Skeleton's missing its right finger. That's Manax. This is the circle outside of the thing. In Roseboro. What's the way out? It's not here. Well, I guess we'll have to get out through here. And if this aggro them, we'll do this then. And I think we're gonna deliver these skulls to the phrenology guy. Man, there's so much stuff in this game that like would absolutely send a modern audience into a fucking frenzy. Phrenology, the fucking gnome thing, the way orcs get treated. Wait, what? Hello, Adrian. Could you spare a minute? I returned from the crypt. Then you found it. What did you see there? Brought back this skull for you to look at. I suppose I'll take a look. Let's see, what's this? What's wrong? This skull. You say this is the very skull from the sarcophagus in the burial chamber? Are you sure? I'm positive. Whatever is the matter. Skull. It's not elven. It's a human skull. This is impossible. There's some other strange things about what I saw. Something was drawn in blood on the inside of the sarcophagus. What was it? You said it was drawn in blood. Tell me what you saw. I don't know what that symbolizes, nor why it would be there. The word sounds like ancient Panarum, an ancient language used by early church elders. It hasn't been used for centuries, but Gunther Wilhelm is an expert and would know what it means. If it was drawn there by... oh god, they buried him alive! I noticed that the skeleton was also missing its right finger. His right finger? You know what that means? Oh no, it couldn't be. What are you talking about? One of the objects I have here is the finger of Mannix. There's a legend associated with it. It was never known if the finger was actually that of the great saint. It seemed that it might very well be. You're saying that the body in the sarcophagus is Mannix? I don't know. Good God. Why? Why would they have buried him in the tomb of Nasruddin? Adrian, what are we going to do? I have no idea. It's a discovery. I'm speechless. 2,000 years. No one ever even bothered to check. What fools have we been? Listen, my friend, I recommend you go and speak with Gunther about this. Find out what the message says. I can be of no further use. I'll get to the bottom of this. Perhaps this was a stone better left unturned, my friend. It's not every day that one is faced with a negation of his belief. I'm very sorry. I take my leave. I want the things in there. I need that for the ironclad thing. I've discovered something about the remains of Nasruddin. I found something, but I don't know what it means. Interesting. It seems that the proverbial wool has been pulled over our eyes. But for what reason? I suppose it could be that the early church elders believed that an ascension story might strengthen people's beliefs, but at the cost of another man's life? I find that very difficult to believe. But I have found something that I believe may confirm that those remains are false. What did you find? Wait, there's something else. Blood message. I've no idea what the broken ring represents, but the two words are written in Old Panarum, a dead language that was once used by church elders. The first word means mirror, or opposite. And the second word means truth. As for the meaning of the whole message, I'm at a loss. I think we can assume that Mannix was trying to tell us something. What did you find, Gunther? Remember I told you I was working on those old translations. I found another passage from it that is inconsistent with the Archaon we read today. Have you heard the passage where it talks about the final resting place of Nasruddin? No, I've never heard of it. Well, today, Archaon reads, Nasruddin traveled to the southernmost tip of the land and there laid himself to rest. The copy I've been translating says almost the same exact thing, except for one slight different. Nasruddin crossed the waters and traveled to the southernmost tip of the land. What are you saying? I'm saying that I don't think Nasruddin was buried here in Kaladin. We have always just assumed that the scriptures were speaking of the mainland, and of course, when the remains were found, no one ever bothered to look again. So where are his remains? The southernmost tip of any land in Arcanum is the Isle of Thanatos, to the south of here. I think that is where you next should go. I'm gonna ask you a favor, if you have the time. Before you leave, perhaps you could uncover the truth behind St. Mannix? There are men here who would be interested in finding the responsible party. I may do that. Why do you think they did all this? I don't know, my friend. Perhaps there is something about the actual remains of Nasruddin which they are afraid of. You should seek out his final resting place. And there, I think, you will find your answers. I will, Gunther. Thank you and good day. It'll break eventually. Let's tell Alexander some strange things. Gunther found another discrepancy in the Archaon. Seems like we've all been deceived, my friend. Seems your path no longer lies with us. But if you have the time, perhaps you could look into the message that was written on the inside of the crypt. Return to me if you find what it means. Otherwise, good luck to you. Hope you find the final resting place of Nasruddin. I've seen the inside of Nasruddin's crypt. Retrieve the skull. It's human, not elven. This is great news. Obviously, the remains are a fake. If you find out what all of this means, return to me. Was there anything else? It's some observation concerning the crypt and the remains. A few more strange things. But he already told me what it means. Wait, what? So we need to go to Thanatos. So I guess that's where we're going. We need to find a boat. Well, we kind of already know a boatman, so if we can't get one here, we'll go to Ashbury and talk to the guy there. He might help us. Why you interrupt us, fool? I'm the fool. Look at yourselves. You're pathetic. May I offer assistance, gentlemen? Yeah, sure. I do not think you can help the fact that my partner's an imbecile. Make that ex-partner. What happened? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I chose the wrong business partner, that's what. Everyone warned me. Don't go into business with a halfling, they said. You're only asking for trouble, they said. I take it you didn't listen? We worked together for years. We had a small gardening business. Nothing fancy, but it paid the bills. Never let Terry handle any of the financial work. Took care of that myself. I was so stupid to trust him with this last transaction. What did he do? We decided to retire, so we put our equipment out for sale. Wasn't long before we found an interested party, but I had to go to Toronto on business. Left Terry with explicit instructions on what was and wasn't an acceptable price. What did he get for them? Beans! He sold all of our tools for 3 supposedly magical beans. I didn't believe him at first, but I've seen the receipt. It's true. Tools should have brought in 2,000 coins at least, but no, not with this blithering idiot in charge. Have you had them checked for magic? Checked? Are you insane? Whoever heard of magic beans? You should have heard the lies they told him. Been in the family for generations, had great power created by some ancient wizard. What a crock. What if I bought them off you? Would you accept 1,000 coins? You want to buy them? Terry, I found a bigger idiot than you. I didn't think it was possible. You can't be serious, sir. I'll pay you 1,000 coins for the 3 beans. Oh, you're too much. Well, you've got yourself a deal. Here, take them. Come on, Terry, we've a bit of coin after all. Let's go celebrate. Well, they're clearly magical just by looking at them. Now we just need to find a wise woman. Thankfully, we know where there are 3. So, let's go to Shrouded Hills. Get these identified. Full heal or resurrect. Ooh, they're not magical. Shut up. Dumbass. Out here talking shit. So we still have this, which I guess I need to, figure out who I'm supposed to give that to. Let's go and give these skulls to the guy in Tehran, the phrenologist. Who knows? Maybe he'll uncover something. Who knows, right? It's like... It might be an avenue that they haven't closed off yet. My throat's itchy. Wish you could scratch it, Chad. No, I'm kidding. Yo, good to see you. Might I speak to you? I found the skulls. I cannot even give them to you. Okay, yeah, so... Okay, I'll take them. Here they are. Splendid, here's your payment. I'm going to commence my research right away. Thank you so much for your help. I'll be leaving now. Okay, so... let's go to Kaladin. The docks are right here. So let's go there and ask for a boat to Thanatos. Yo. We should book a... I would like passage to Thanatos. Thanatos? You'll not find anyone fool enough to take you there. Take you to that destination around here. Try Blackroot, that place full of desperate fools. Let's try Ashbury, actually. We know a certain captain who will take us anywhere.
How may I...
She goes through arrows fast as fuck. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. What the hell? Where is he? Let's check the inn or the tavern. This is not the inn or the tavern. This is the Megadrot. So he's not at the tavern, maybe the inn? BBB, I have no time for humans, especially you. That's rather rude. I'd like to ask you a question.
Massive attack!
What the fuck just happened? Weird shit. Wait, what? Okay, so I guess... Wait, no, we still... Let's go buy those beans again, I guess. Re-identify them. I wish the potions stacked. Like, you stack arrows and bullets, you should stack potions too. Let's reacquire the beans.
Why are we attacking this good nature?
So, Shrouded Hills to identify the beans and also sell them. Okay. There you go. Now, to Toronto. To give the guy the skulls. Bullets. Don't want those in my inventory anymore. And then from here, we'll go straight to Ashbury to go find the guy. Although I guess they said Blackroot, so we could check Blackroot. But no, there's the guy in Ashbury. We know him there. We should go there. So. There you go. And now, Ashbury. Save. Okay, so. This is Theodore's, this is the inventor, this is the writer, this is the shop. So, we've actually checked everywhere around here, and he's nowhere. I will take the chance to drop by the witch, see if she has an arcane helmet for me. Because that would be real nice. Nope, she's got this one though. A bow of terror. Can cause fear. I guess let's try Blackroot. Let's check on the captain's quarters and places like that that might have sailors in them. Seaside Salvage probably not going to be here. The Sour Barnacle. Ogre That's new. Oh. How's it going, Teach? I'm in need of a boat to the Isle of Thanatos. Really wish I could help you, matey, but I no longer have the gypsy shadow. I've been spending most of me time staring at the bottom of this sailboat. What happened, Captain? I lost my boat, matey. Went and got too drunk one night, found myself gambling with Killian Drake, an old sea captain who knows his way around a dice game. Played me, matey. Played me a fool, and I lost my boat. Do you think he cheated? Maybe I could help, and I may need to call on that favor.
That's mighty nice of you, matey. And you know, if there's anything I could do for you, old T shall do it.
Thank you. I need to go to the Isle of Thanatos.
Thanatos? That's even crazier than wanting to go to the Isle of Despair. But I'm figuring it's important. And I know it's the way Mr. Bates will want it.
Well, I suppose there are a couple of different ways you might get there. One, you could buy a boat from the shipbuilder here in Blackroot, which ain't cheap. And the other options? We might be able to get a dice game with old Drake, but he's no rubber leg when it comes to dice. He's lucky and he plays for big stakes. I wouldn't be a tossing with him unless you feel real lucky. And he won't be a playing with just anyone. Old Drake knows a gambler when he sees one. Going back to Gypsy, will you? Alright, and the other solution? Well, I'm leery of even mentioning it. It's not something I would even like to think about, much less let spill out of me blowhole. But you seem to need some help, and I owe you one. I'd really appreciate any help you might be able to give.
Did I ever tell you the story of how I came to own the Gypsy Shadow?
No, you wouldn't tell me of it before.
Well, that was before all you've been through. Would you like to hear it now?
Surely.
At the time I was running ale out of Caledon, first mate for a mean, crusty old captain who went by the name of Jack Skellybones. Half pirate, half devil, with the mouth of a blue-gilled sheet even, and the breath to match. Jack used to drink so much that we'd pray for tailwinds. If the journey'd take too long, he'd start drinking the profits.
Sounds like quite a character.
And that be the truth, matey. Old Jack would fight you if he thought you could breathe on him wrong. He had more scars on his face than most men had all over, and he could tell you the story from each one. Never were they the same. He was a hard man, but fair to his crew. And he loved the sea, matey, almost as much as he loved his boat, the Gypsy Shadow.
What happened to him?
Well, one night we was all drinking in the South Tabernacle down Blackroot way, and old Jack got real drunk, starting in with his stories. And as the night got on, the tales got taller, and we laughed harder, and we were all having a grand old time.
And so?
Jack had one too many. Started saying as to how he was the greatest pirate on the seas of Arcanum, and how if there was anyone who thought they were crustier, then they'd have something to say about it.
What happened then?
We started spitting and hollering, and then after upending every table in the place, he said that he was the greatest pirate who had ever lived, tougher than Ruby Dirk and Black Sam Bellamy, and even meaner than Stringy Pete himself.
Who's that?
I don't talk much about him. I'll just say that Stringy Pete was the meanest cold-blooded murdering pirate who ever put to sail. I'll be done with it. There are other stories and legends, and most of them are true. He's been dead for more than 200 years, and people still whisper his name when they talk about him.
What of Jack Skellybones?
Well, after he said that, no one much felt like drinking after. We put old Jack to bed. You see, a pirate's mean, but he knows what to be joking about, blustering about, and a calling out to ghosts of Stringent Pete ain't one of them.
And so?
Well, a week or so later, we were out to sea, and it was the new moon, so it was dark. A strange westerly had appeared and brought in a bank of low clouds, thick as lamb stew. And we saw the other ship just resting off the starboard, silent as death, and as still as if she was anchored. Her sails tattered, her timbers rotted, and then we heard the screams.
What happened?
We found old Jack in his cabin. 2 daggers in him, one for each eye, and the sign of that evil eye carved into his chest, the very sign old Stringy Pete used to leave on his victims. We ran out to see who was on the other boat, but it was gone. Had taken the clouds and the westerly with it.
That's rather frightening.
Being first mate, I took command and ownership of the Gypsy Shadow. Never laid eyes on that other boat since, and I hope I never do.
What does this have to do with getting to Thanatos?
I'm saying I've seen his boat and I know it to be real. If you could get his boat without getting yourself run through by his ghost, you'd have yourself a boat.
Seems a little flimsy. How do you find a ghost pirate's boat? A ghost pirate's boat?
Years ago, I found a secret cove, and there on the beach was with an unmarked grave. Unmarked except for the sign of the evil eye, which is the sign Stringy Pete used to carve on his victims. I got out of there fast, without ever looking for treasure. That could have been the place where he was buried. And if it was,
it said most spirits return to their graves. Or at least I might find some clues.
Yes, matey, I agree. Here, I'll make you a map with the location of the cove. Looks like you have a few options. Buy-in, gambling, or Stringy Pete. Unlike any of them, but good luck.
Thanks, Captain. I hear it said you have a boat. I want to gamble for it. No. But so this is Killian Drake. He's got Ogre Destroyers. What do these guys have on? What's that armor? Oh, that's their version of plate. Badass. I like armor like this. I like the horns. I like it. I think it's cool. Alright, well. Stringy Pete. Stringy Pete's Cove. Big wooden object. Boat? You mean a boat? Is that what we're talking about here? There it is. The beaten path. Stringy Pete. Ooh. You know what? You're getting robbed. You see a spirit in front of you. It's a skeleton, dressed in tattered rags and a large black hat, and wielding an evil-looking saber. Its eyes glow with an unholy light.
Arr, who be treading upon me grave? Who be trying to get their hands on me treasure? Prepare to die, you land-loving goat bugger. No one sees the evil eye old Stringy Pete lives.
Wait, I'm not here to take anything. I just want to talk.
Talk? What would a rubber-legged bilge-fish like you want to be talking about with the old ghost of Stringy Pete? I've been sailing the seas of Arcanum for more than 200 years, and I drink blood ale and gnaw the bones of preaching maidens, and I'll be looking to talk.
I need a moment to explain.
Explain? What do you mean to explain, matey? You be digging around... Wait. You be digging around me bones and looking for me treasure. To a pirate, that'd be worse than finding you biting her up with me wife.
I'm only here because I need your boat.
Me boat? I care for me wife less than this boat. Why in the name of all that's unholy would I give you me boat? You're speaking gibberish, and I had more than earful for it. A soul as tormented as me own has got little patience for the blubberings of the living.
Tormented? Don't you enjoy being a bloodthirsty pirate ghost?
Enjoy it? Are you daft, matey? I was the crustiest, meanest, most bloodthirsty pirate who ever lived, and none of that. None of what I did when I was alive compares to the things I've seen dead.
You don't want to be here?
No, but I've got no choice. I was cursed, mate. Cursed from the day I died to sail the seas forever, and haunting those souls who be taking my name in vain, to strike terror in the pure of heart, to be giving little ones nightmares.
Cursed by whom?
I cursed myself. I spilled the blood of innocents, desecrated holy places, and worst thing I ever did, I broke a pirate's blood oath. Even without the first two, I deserved what I got because of the last. I shouldn't even call myself a pirate after what I did.
What sort of things have you seen?
I see all the souls of the dead who walk this world, and I see the souls of all me victims, and they torment me as I still be a tormenting the living, and it be their pain I feel every day and every night on these glassy seas, and their dead eyes they be staring out at me from the murky depths.
Any way to break this curse?
Break the curse? Why would you want to do that, matey? Why would one such as you want to be helping the evil ghost old Stringy Pete?
Your boat, Captain. I need your boat.
That'd be quite a story, and one I'd not be inclined to believe when I have flesh and blood, but shut to me squid's beak, if and I haven't seen stranger since. Perhaps there's something we might do here.
Any help you might have would be greatly appreciated, Captain.
Well, I can't be giving up this boat on account of the curse. It'd be my fate to sail these old timbers until the end of times, but I know a way we might break that curse, if you'd be willing to do little legwork.
I might. What needs to be done?
Well, there'll be 3 things, if my suspicions are correct. 3 wrongs to right, and the curse will be broken.
Tell me of them.
Which of them do you want to hear about first?
The first task, obviously.
The first be an easy task. I told you I killed many an innocent in my time. A good and pure man by the name of Jonas Williamson. Killed him for the silver buckles on his boots. But mostly for the sport of it. I laughed while he bled into the gutter and crying out to me that I spare his family.
It's pretty vicious. How'd you make that right?
Well, his family, they fell on hard times without him, and the Williamsons been poor ever since. You'll need to dig up me treasure, including those silver buckles, and give it to whoever is left of the Williamsons. My treasure is buried a little north of here.
Where are the Williamsons?
Here, I'll show you on your map. I know they still live there. I've sailed by there in the years since I died. It'd not be a nice place.
Let's see. Anything else?
Yeah, don't be thinking you can keep some of the treasure for yourself. These curses, they be old and smart, and if you be trying to cheat them, then I'm still gonna be sailing these seas, and then I'm gonna be coming for you. Savvy that, matey?
Of course. The other tasks? Second task.
Second task. That might be a little more complicated. There be a temple in the hills just off the Gulf of Morbihan, in a little town called Vuridan. Many years ago, I was a pillager in the surrounding countryside, and I broke into the place and stole some holy relics. Desecrated their sacred altar. Sure enough, those old monks threw a curse on me.
Needs to be done.
They didn't care about the holy relics, but I be thinking they might have got their robes in a bundle over the altar. You see, I spilled some wine and ale all over it. I might have even relieved myself on it. I'd been a long night, you know.
Let's see where they might have a problem with that.
They weren't as singing hymns when we left. Anyways, that altar of theirs. I think it needs to be replaced. You'll have to talk with the monks there to find out what needs to be done, savvy?
Here's where the temple is. I've already done that, actually.
You have. Looks like the stars are shining down on this old evil pirate for once, matey. That's one less thing you need to do.
Good, Pete. Now the other task. The third task.
The last task will be the most difficult, you see. As I was getting on in years, there was nothing I hadn't done, and nowhere I hadn't sailed, and no treasure I hadn't laid me hands on. There was only one thing I wanted, and I wasn't even sure if it existed, and I made it me business to find out.
What was it?
The Bangelian Scourge.
What is it?
The Bangelian Scourge is the most evil piece of weaponry ever wielded by any soul in the land of Arcanum. Legend says it was forged in the blood fires of the Bangelian deeps, and that virgins and children were thrown into the fire to keep it stoked.
That's horrible.
Horrible don't even come close. It also be said that the Bane of Cree cut down a whole battalion of elven warriors with it before he was banished, and that Lorik wielded it during the Dwarven clan wars, and that any but the most evil of people die at the mere sight of it.
Sounds like an evil blade.
Aye, matey, and an evil blade it be. I wanted it more than anything in all the Arcanum, and I planned on getting me hands on it.
What happened?
At the time, I had me a crew of 7 of the most black-hearted and soulless pirates, and they all agreed it was a fine piece of treasure to go after, and we took a pirate's blood oath to stand by one another's share in the treasure. And so we searched Arcanum for it, and found it one day we did in the swamps of the Dark Fens down in the Bangelian deeps.
And then?
It had been buried there for centuries, a beautiful sight, its blade as black as onyx, and carved in ancient rune work, and I held it in my hands, and it cold to me.
What did you all do with it?
We all did nothing, matey. That night, when everyone was asleep, that cursed blade twisted my mind, and it told me that my crew was mutinous, and looking to get rid of me. So I killed them all in their sleep, matey, cut all their throats, ear to ear. When I woke in the morning, seeing what I'd done, I threw the blade down and ran right out of there.
And the scourge?
It still lies there, as far as I know, among the murdered bones of my crew. You must destroy that evil blade. At the bottom of the cave that we found it in is a great furnace. Toss it in there. Let the world be done with it. Here's where the depths be.
And the other tasks? Alright. I've heard them all. Anything else?
That's all, matey. Will you help me? If you do these things, I'll give you me word as a pirate that I'll give you me ship. She's old, and she's not a better but there's not a better vessel that ever sailed Arcanum seas.
I'll do it.
I wish you luck on your quest, matey. If you finish these tasks, then return here. I'll give you me boat and me thanks.
I'll do that, Pete. I'm also going to steal this last thing from you. You don't need it. Okay. So, first step. Let's grab the treasure. I wish you could just right-click items to equip them. Oh, fuck! And now, let's drop by... Oh, there's the Williamstone's homestead. Might as well. Might I ask who you are, madam? My name is Molly Williamson, sir. Pleasure, Molly. Do you have a moment to speak? Sure. What do you need to know? What are you doing out here, Molly? Well, sir, it's cheap living out here in the middle of nowhere. We eat what we pull out of the sea, make all our own clothes, and beyond that, we don't need a whole lot. The Williamson clan ain't never had a whole lot of money. Not since what happened to my great-granddaddy, Jonas Williamson, now. Actually, that's why I'm here. What are you talking about? I know it sounds strange, but... Well, I'll be. I heard strange tales, and then I heard strange tales. Yours takes the cake, sir. To think that the ghost of the old pirate that old pirate wants to make good for what he done almost 200 years ago. It's a bit unbelievable. So you brung the old treasure in buckles? Yes. Well, thank you. I suppose old Trinity Pete ain't such a bad bugger after all. Goodbye, sir. So that's one done. Now, I do know something about the Bangalian Deeps is that it's watched over by a paladin. So we will have to fight him alone because our whole party is good. It's an undead paladin that will attack on sight, but still. So, Arcane Helmet. Yeah! And Arcane Shield. 26 armor class. I mean... The fire resistance is nice, though. Whatever.
What is it that you...
He doesn't have the strength for it? Okay, I guess.
How may I?
What is it? What
Yeah,
is it?
whatever. These rings don't do anything at all if you've got... Actually, these ones do. Wait, did they not stack? Huh. I guess not. Oh well. I think I'll keep the Arcane Shield. Yeah. She doesn't want it. Oh well. To the Bangalian Deeps, which are here. I found them. Okay.
What is it you need? Yes, I'll wait for you here.
How can I help you? How can I help? I'll wait.
How may I help? Yeah. Yes, I'll wait.
What is it that you want of me? Yes, you know.
Oh
What is
wait,
it? I'm ready to...
he's
What
got
is it that
different
you
things
want?
to say.
Yes, you know. For a divine being, sometimes you don't act so smart. I don't like leaving you alone.
Alright. You all mind yourselves and stay out of trouble while I'm in there. Ow. Black diamond, huh? Whoa. I mean, don't mind if I do. Where's this from? This looks like a shop. I don't think this is supposed to be here. I'm still gonna take it. Don't mind. Don't get shit twisted. I'm gonna use it. So, what's vitality of air? that should be here. Vitality of air increases constitution. I think yeah, sure, we can use this. Annoying. What's divine magic? Divine magic. Ooh, one item in the caster's inventory. I mean, you might as well use this. Okay, I guess. And there's Drain Will. What is Drain Will? What does it do? Drain Will. Drops creature's willpower. Okay, I guess we'll make some money off of selling that, I guess. A rat! Also, since we are solo, and we are using turn-based mode right now, let's double up on our action points, make sure we really don't have a problem with anybody. Yeah, my speed is fucking insane. Damage my armor. Gonna have to get that fixed. Whoa! Oh, fuck. Alright, run away. Want to make sure that that thing doesn't get too close and fuck my armor up. Fucker. Well, it's not too messed up, at least. That's good. Unidentified armor. We don't need these. Run over here. Run back and kick his ass. Armor damaged? What do you mean? Got him. That's just charm. It's not going to be super useful. Cursed Paladin and Paladin Slaves. Yeah, this is the guy who's good that we're going to have to kill. Oh fuck, he's tough. He's wasting a lot of his fatigue recovering, which is good for me. We might win this fight just off of that. Ooh. Yeah, they just have broadswords, nothing special. Magical plate armor. Hmm. The Vangelion Scourge. If you equip it, you immediately go down to minus 100 alignment, but every time you hit, it can cause harm, lightning, and quench life, which are fucking super strong spells. But it's an evil weapon, so we're destroying it. We don't need it. We're built different. Hmm. Okay. Let's head outside, recover our group, and then we have to go to a wise woman to get all of this identified. And once that's done, we'll be able to go to Thanatos. I could realistically just teleport outside, but no real need.
What is it you need? Yes.
Wait, actually no.
What is it you need? Yeah, I'll wait for you.
You can return.
What is it that you want?
How can I help you? It's about.
How may I?
What is it?
There you go. Ordered them. Very happy. Now, to Shrouded Hills. Get all of this identified. A Mystic Shield, huh? Diseased Chainmail, yeah, throw that shit out. Arcane Axe. And there was also this. Okay, shall we barter? What will you buy? We'll buy this. can this do? Major healing, charm, beast, regenerate. Those are all pretty big. So you get this staff. He's got a ton of staves right now. Then I gotta go. Let's turn this off. There's no need for it. Let's go sell all of this crap. And then we'll go talk to... Oh, I forgot to identify that, but that's okay. He doesn't want this. This guy's a junk dealer, so he will buy this. He'll buy all of these, actually. Cool. Let's go identify this plate armor. I know it's not arcane. And I think from that symbol it's just enchanted. What are you doing running around like that? Just go in a straight line. So it should be useful. But let's see. So 110, 118. Okay.
What is it?
And it's also got pretty high stuff. And I like this look. So we're gonna use it, even if it is heavy. I like it. Actually, I could give...
What is it that you want?
1 second. So...
How may I help? How may I help you? Then I will do my best.
It boosts this, but she doesn't
How
really
may I-
need those.
What is it?
You, however, benefit from that
What is
much
it that
more.
you want of me? What?
Yeah, more strength, con, yeah, boosts all of these.
How may I help?
But she'll immediately
How
equip
may I-
this. But at the same time, I kind of prefer if she's lighter.
What is it?
Yeah, we'll keep him with that. It's slightly less protection, but the extra strength, con, and dexterity will be much more beneficial than anything else would be. Cool. Now this is a mystic plate mail. Let me see the armors. So plate armor. So we've seen the consuming plate mail, we've seen all of these non-magical ones, and all of these high-tech ones as well. So we've got this one, the arcane. Then there's the charmed, which is the lowest rung. Then there's magic, I think, which is the second tier. Then mystic is the third tier, and then arcane is the highest. Let me see something. Iron Clan Arcanum. How do you get to these guys? Okay. Mentioned glass key. Give you. You cannot open the door unless you have the key. The key can be found in Panari Temple in Kaladin. Once you have the key. Okay, so I appreciate you explaining that to me. Kaladin. Game Banshee. There you go. Okay. First Panari Temple. Okay. So let's see. Number 3. Hadrian. After dinner, you can talk to Hadrian again to learn that the skull inside belongs to a human, since the skull is also meant to. To get through it, you must figure out what happened to Saint Mannix. See Saint Mannix in the other quests section. Okay, so let's go here. During the course of the game, you'll learn that a man named was buried in Nasruddin's tomb. Yep, when you tell First Acolyte Alexander the news, he'll charge you with finding out what happened, but you won't receive a quest in your journey. Still, determining the answer gives one of the nice rewards in the game, and it is required for finding the Iron Clan. You need to do in this quest is look at the lid beneath the Panari Temple. Yes, we found that. You'll find a sketch of a broken ring and a couple of words. When you ask the temple historian, opposite and truth. Broken ring is the ring of Brodgar. We figured that out as well. Is a stone that used to reside in the center of the ring. The stone has some direction. Directions send you generally east and southwest. However, if you go the opposite direction, on the coast west of Roseboro, you'll find a metal wheel. Guess that's where we're going. Also, one second. My girlfriend finished playing Veilguard a while ago, and she is still seething. Which is honestly very justifiable. The game really, really did not deserve to come out, honestly, and it doesn't deserve the so the opposite of this. So northeast. So northeast, northwest. Okay, look, they said to just follow the coast. Right? Coast west of Roseboro. Alright, we're gonna do that. But yeah, a lot of the plot twists in that game did not need to exist. They just didn't. Also, I was looking at the armors of Arcanum, and one thing I wanted to see. Okay, this can only be found in arcane chests or sold by wise women, and the mystic armor can be found in arcane chests or sold by wise women. Okay, so I guess we just gotta keep an eye out for that. Just follow the coast. What the fuck? There it is. Stonevault looks ancient. You must know the word that opens all doors. Truth. Sword of Mannix. Journal of Saint Mannix. An elf by the name of Kanhua descended from the mountain today and has begun ingratiating himself into the council. He claims to be the son of an original elven council member. Not certain I believe him. Trivialized the life of the great Nasruddin by offhandedly suggesting that he never existed. The whole tale of Nasruddin and the banishment is allegorical. He's not stating them outright, but I've engaged him in several philosophical debates on matters of doctrine and have all but cornered him into admitting his beliefs. Kanhua means to kill me. Yes, I confronted him with the news of my vision of Nasruddin, and he exploded with rage, calling me a heretic. Him calling me a heretic. My exile is at an end. I have meditated on my situation, I know what I must do. I'll return to the temple and declare what I know for all to hear. I will leave my writings safely hidden here, along with my ceremonial sword, as I feel my death is at hand. My soul I now commit to the hands of Nasruddin. Yeah. Good. I almost attacked him on the spot, but I called upon my training to calm my rage and quickly excused myself from his office. I then returned to my room to contemplate what my course of action should be. Later that night, as I was out performing my walking meditation, I was set upon by his elven cohorts. After killing several of them, I fled. I do not know what I shall do now. No, my life will end should I set foot in the temple again, but it is not my life that matters. The truth of the Panari must live beyond me. I can only imagine what lies. Kanhu. Wait, so what was his vision? Delivered a sign. I was visited today by the physic of Nazareth. I'm certain of this. As I was tending the wards, he appeared to me. As I do these days with no help from my brothers. He appeared to me. He asked me all manner of questions and appeared pleased when I explained how I was maintaining the wards. We talked for what seemed hours, and he even tested my faith by hinting that he knew Nazareth and that he was not divine. It was only after he departed that I realized I had actually been speaking with Nazareth himself. I do not know from where this certainly comes, but I am sure in my heart, alright. To Kaladin. In full battle gear. Because we ain't fucking about today. Kanhua murdered Manax.
What is it that you want of me?
And now we're going to expose him. Damn, I actually should be heading to the gym. So we're going to do this quickly. I have something very important to tell you. I found Manax's journal. It seems we, the Panari, have an important responsibility. Many of your troubles, living one, were born because we allowed ourselves to be deceived for so many years. That will be no longer. It seems that my family has been deceived and dishonored. I think I know to whom I must speak about this. I also found this. I never hoped to see this. It was lost so many years ago. It will be put to good use, I assure you. I'm sure. Goodbye and good luck. Thank you, living one. Your help here has been invaluable. I wish you luck on your quest in the conflict to come. Let's go talk to Hadrian. Hadrian, I found the whole truth. Tell him the story. The man truly was a saint and a warrior. It seems that we Panari have been neglecting our true duties. That will no longer be the case. Thank you, my friend. You've done this church and the world a great service. As a token of my appreciation, feel free to take the objects in the display cases. I can't tell you what they'd be good for, but they're yours all the same. The case will be open now. Would you do me the favor? Speak with Alexander of these things if you haven't already done so. I'm an old man and tired. There's little I can do to right this wrong, but Alexander is strong, the strongest of us all, and will know what to do. I envy not the man who Alexander finds responsible. Extra crit, extra poison resistance, extra willpower, and extra melee skill. I already got max melee power.
What is it that you want of me?
Yeah. I think that's good for him. I'm here to see the boss. How does one get an invitation? Invitation not got. There is no way to procure a holy invitation. They are only given by His Eminence's grace, and I'll be gone with you. Well, we have the glass key for, the thing. Let's actually talk to this guy as well. I've discovered the truth about Manax. Seems that we have been misled from the beginning. Now I see why we were first called the Defenders of the Gate. Seems to have a great responsibility. We shall begin to live up to it. Well, if you haven't already, please go and tell Alexander what you found. I would think that he's going to want to have a very long talk with some of his superiors. I'm glad I'm not one of them. I'll do so. Blood's gonna cut a fucking path through the place.
It is done. It is done. What is it you need?
Okay.
Hey, can't believe it!
Magnus?
Tell me, my friend, do you recognize that symbol on the wall?
I don't think so. What is it?
It's the symbol of my lost clan. The symbol on the gauntlets that my grandfather gave to me. He said it was our family symbol. The symbol of the Iron Clan.
I think you're right, Magnus.
Yes, Magnus. The symbol is the same. You are of the Iron Clan, Magnus Shalefist. I, Logair Thunderstone of the Wheel Clan, pledge my friendship to you and your people. May the Iron Clan again rise to its ancient glory.
I can't believe it. I mean, the Iron Clan. My grandfather would tell me stories of them, legends. I never thought they were real. I never dreamed that I would. I mean, that I am.
As did my own. You have much to consider, Magnus Shalefist. The Iron Clan and all of its history are now in your hands. The clan will need a chieftain, and I see no better dwarf than you to assume that position.
Hold,
Such a responsibility is not taken lightly. Remember that in the days to come.
Hold, Logair. Will you be the Iron Clan's king as well?
That will be up to Magnus, and is also a matter of grave importance. All dwarves who follow the Thunderstone do so of their own choice. I would welcome the Iron Clan to our kingdom, but the choice must be made by its chieftain.
Yes, of course. I have much to think on, much to consider. But regardless of the choice made, I pledge also the friendship of the Iron Clan to you, Logair Thunderstone. You are truly a dwarf among dwarves, and it has been my honor to fight at your side.
What will you do now?
Huh? What do you mean?
You found your clan. Does this mean we part ways?
Part ways? What? Are you mad? My place is with you. As if you could get along without me. You're going to need a dwarf from the Iron Clan if you want to get through this affair in one piece. I stand with you, if you will have me.
Then you'll come with me.
Of course, you bloody fool. I'd have it no other way. We'll finish this thing together.
Let's go then. Oh, fuck.
I am awed by your abilities. Let the blood flow.
What is it that you want?
Whose weapon was damaged? Iron Clan hammer, endurance stone, Iron Clan armor.
How can I help?
What is it that you...
Alongside, yeah, only for dwarves. We also have the Eye of Krakatoa, which I'm sure will be relevant later.
What is it that you...
Hold on to this for me. You're the nerd, you should hold on to that shit. Alright, so let's go deliver this here at the Wheel Clan. Man, I said I was gonna go like 10 minutes ago. But we're delivering quests, and I like delivering quests. No, it's not you, it's Eric Obsidian. Hello, Eric, have you a moment? I found the Iron Clan. Here's the Durin Stone. You have? My god, I never dreamed. I mean, they were real. Stone, it's beautiful. And what of the Iron Clan? What'd you see? It's more than I ever hoped or dreamed. It seems they truly were advanced. Far beyond what anyone could have known. I so look forward to visiting the caverns of the Iron Clan and learning their ways. Thank you, my friend. You've no idea the gift you bestowed on us all. I'm happy that I was able to help brother. Fucking ban evading piece of shit. Bot motherfuckers. Okay, so we need to get to... Where is he? Ah, there he is. Stringy Pete's Cove. Tell him that we've done the things he asked of us.
Hello, matey. Did you succeed in finishing your tasks?
Yes, I've done what needed to be done.
That'd be amazing, laddie. Never thought you'd be able to do it. Never thought that someday I'd be free of this bloody curse. Thank you from the bottom of me pirate heart.
It was nothing, Pete. How about that boat?
Yes, of course, matey. She's all yours. Feel free to take her wherever you want. I'll not be needing her where I be going.
Thank you, Pete. Good luck to you.
And to ye, matey. And to ye.
Down with the ship. Well, that is actually going to be it for today because I need to go run to the gym. I need to lift something because I didn't do it at all week last week. 1 second. Is this guy, did I already ban it? Yes, I did. I was just making sure. But it is about time we end for today. I hope everybody had a good time. I know I did. I hope to see you guys again next time. Let me see who I can drop you guys off with. Who can I drop you guys off with? I think I'll drop you off with Brebun, who is playing Mass Effect and having a wonderful time being exposed to the one series that BioWare didn't fuck up. Because, you know, they stopped making Mass Effect after Mass Effect 3. But so I'll drop you guys off with her, and I'm gonna head to the gym. So as always, I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.